Hi, all, and welcome back to Amelia Finance. Today, I want to talk about taking your PowerPoint from zero to hero, like we all want to do. With that, let's jump in and make those PowerPoints better. So, most of us, no matter where we are in life, whether we're in school or if we're at work, use PowerPoint on a regular basis. And the best way to get good at PowerPoint is to use it all the time. So, the more you use it, the more fun you're going to have with it, and the more you're going to learn about all the tools and fun things that it does. With that, one of the key things about PowerPoint is you want to make sure that everything you're doing stays within PowerPoint. You can see on the left here, you have the link to my YouTube channel, Amelia Finance. And if you were to click on it, it would take you all the way out to YouTube where you could go see the full channel. But within PowerPoint, you actually have the ability to insert videos, and then you can watch the video from within the slide itself. So what you do is you go to the Insert tab here, and then you go and you click the Media Video tab, and you click that, and then it gives you a couple different options to be able to choose if you want to upload a video from your laptop or if an online video from a site like YouTube or some other site. Then you want to make sure that your tables or all the text on your PowerPoint is easy to read. So when you look at this one, you might notice that for some people it could be difficult. The white font against the yellow white background makes it difficult. And it's fascinating to know how many people are visually impaired, are colorblind, or just find it difficult to see the contrast. So you want to be able to do things like, let's shift that out, like taking two of these and then selecting a new font color that's easier to read. And you can see there really nicely the contrast between Monday and Tuesday are in this nice black font, which you can read quite easily. And then the rest of the week is still a bit more challenging because it's still in the white font. Another thing you can do is you can update these tables. So go ahead and click on the table, and then you'll select Table Design, and then you'll hover over this little arrow with the bar across it, which means More. Click that down, and then suddenly you have all these new fonts and all these tables that allow you to that you can pick from. And then even if you hover over it, you can see an initial view of what it might look like. And so for this one, maybe we'll go with this blue with the medium style and the accent one. And you can see right there that it keeps what you did previously, but then it just updates the color and it makes it really easy for you to decide, easy to view what you want to do. Do you want to keep the font this or that, or what you like to do? Another great thing is making sure that you're putting the core content of your information in an area that makes it easy for people to read. So you might have noticed these little grid marks on the page. And so what you can do is you can go to View, and then you can select if you want to have additional ones, the ruler and the guides. And depending on your slide master, you might be able to have more content to be able to help develop where you want to land the content. And this is really nice because it allows you to build your slides with these crisp, clean markers, and then it makes all your slides that come after the same way. So that way people are not jumping around the page or not sure where the content is that they should be reading. So this is a really nice thing. When you go into presenter mode, these will go away as well, whether or not you have them still checked, but I'll just uncheck it for this. And so these red lines are really a good kind of area for you to think about when you're building a slide. Where should you keep the content? Another thing is, what about charts? Those are so fun to use, right? They're able to tell the story. I don't have to write it all down. And you're right, but you have to think about what type of information are you trying to present. Both of these charts here, the pie chart and the bar and the line chart, have the same content, but it's displayed differently. So maybe you want to show the percentage of sales as related to the other quarters. Maybe you want to see trends over time. So it's really important to think about, what am I trying to communicate with my end user, whether it be my teacher, my group project, my boss, my peers. Think about what you're trying to share and what information you're trying to get across. And so that will help to determine what type of chart you want to use. PowerPoint has lots of charts, so it's really important that you take the time to think about what you're trying to do, and then it helps you be able to tell the story the right way. Another thing is art. Art is so much fun in PowerPoint. It really helps to tell the story without making people read the whole content. Much of PowerPoint is done through bullet points. And so the more you can help people and they're reading things quicker, the better it is for you. So you can see here there's 3 different clip arts. And the first 2 make sense. They're very close and aligned to what the bullet points are. But then the third one is odd. So it's a different color and then it doesn't go along with what the third bullet point is. And so when you go as you're doing your final reviews, take a look, make sure all your clip art matches, makes sense, tells the story. It really is getting and builds trust. Otherwise, it feels like you didn't care enough to not to just double check. Fonts are fun. Fonts are one of my favorite things in PowerPoint, but you have to be really cautious and aware of what you're trying to communicate. So if you're trying to use one that is scary, like the one at the bottom, it's going to give your information a very different feel than if you use something in a handwritten font and very romantic, very maybe English or French romanticism. So you want to use a font that makes sense. So if you're in school, your school might say you use MLA format, so you might have used Times New Roman. If you work at a job, they might have brand guidelines. And so just think about who is your audience? What are you building this for? And then use the proper font to help tell your story and then be consistent. Your entire deck should have the same font then, unless you're doing a couple of call outs or a quote, but you can use bolding, you can use italics, you can use different colors. Like you don't have to, because the font is consistent, doesn't mean it's boring at all. You can use a lot of other interesting things. Try not to read word for word from the presentation. This will be boring to your listener. People read really quickly, and so when you talk in PowerPoint, you're probably doing it in bullet points that are quick to the point already, and people don't have, because you're the expert, you should be sharing all the extra flavor and the color and the excitement and the energy that they don't know about, that only you know about, but is on the slide. So really don't read from the presentation. Try to bring that extra energy, that extra layer of what you bring to the table, all your extra knowledge. That's what people are excited about. That's why they're spending the time with you, listening and learning from you. Next. Aligning images is fun because it helps to make your information look very polished. So we're going to go ahead and select all of these icons, and then you can see up on the top there the graphics format thing became lit up. So what you'll do is you'll click that, and then you do a line, and then you'll align in the middle, and suddenly everything is distributed really nicely. And then another fun thing you can do is you can also click align again, and then you can distribute horizontally, and it'll jump things around so that way they have an equal space between them. So you're not eyeballing it and hoping that they're spaced correctly between the two of them. So this is a really nice, quick, easy way for you to make your presentations look really polished. And with that, smile and have fun. PowerPoint is fun. The important thing is the more you use these tools, the more you get into them, the more you learn about them, the more confident and comfortable you have when you do present on a topic that you're excited about. So with that, smile, have fun, ask questions in the comments. If you have anything else you want to talk about, add a comment, like, follow, share. With that, have a great evening. Talk soon. Amelia Finance.